It takes a lot of testing to create the ideal prompts. So, how therefore do we design a perfect prompt for Stable Diffusion? Ready to dive deeper? Let's move then. Now, for prompt crafting to produce the best results, it needs time and experimentation. You should specify your art styles, media, and specific artists in as much detail as you can. Avoid keyword jamming as well. The settings of the Stable Diffusion features must then be customized in order to automate your testing. The following suggestions are based on a local installation of Stable Diffusion, although they are also valid if you are using the online version. Scroll down to the How to set up Stable Diffusion on a Windows PC section for complete instructions on installing Stable Diffusion locally. Ensure that your prompts are working. Before we begin, make sure the prompts are prepared by doing the following. Number 1. Leave the prompt box empty on the txt2ing tab and scroll down to the script section. Click the drop-down menu and choose Prompt from File or Text Box. You can use the File with Inputs window to drop your prompt's text file. Additionally, select Show Text Box and type your prompt into the prompt window. A text file is usually easier to deal with because it is easier to change and save. Locate the text file you want to drag into the window, then do so. If you make updates to the file, you must drop the changed version into the prompt window because the UI will not update itself. Number 2. Set your custom seed in the seed input field, then click Generate. Still want to learn some more? If yes, please stay till the end to discover and learn new secret prompts. Now, if you're willing to participate in this experiment, we'll start by utilizing the classifier free guidance, CFG scale feature, and the artwork produced in response to your instructions. Let's get started as we explore additional experiments on Stable Diffusion. Experimenting with CFG scale, you can specify how closely you want the model to produce relevant images when given a cue. A random image will be created, for instance, if the CFG scale value is set to 0 using the seed. On the other hand, the closest possible match to your prompt will be produced by a classifier free guidance scale of 20 and Stable Diffusion's maximum. Now, watch as we demonstrate how to use the CFG scale feature for use with your prompt. First, click on Script and select XY plot. Second, choose CFG scale from the X-type drop-down menu by clicking on it. Third, go to the Y-type drop-down menu and select Steps. Fourth, in the X values input area, you might want to adjust the CFG scale to 3 to 5. This will produce countless variations in your image. Use round brackets to enter 3 to 5 plus 0.5 to generate half numbers. Fifth, specify the range's number of variations using the steps column in the Y values field. To test between 10 and 40 steps, for instance, type 10 to 40. Use squared brackets to secure 10 to 40 in bracket 5 to use 5 variations. Sixth, make sure Draw Legend is checked for a clear overview. Lastly, select Generate from the menu. Now, you'll be presented with a variety of render possibilities based on your chosen variants. Keep in mind that all of the images are in their full, so the versions you choose will be in the final results. The prompt matrix will be used in the following experiment, which is another effective method for testing your prompts as you create more iterations of the same prompt. These are the actions you must do in order to modify the prompt matrix feature. Number 1. Go to the script drop-down menu and select Prompt Matrix. In the prompt field, type the command followed by the space key. After adding a space, type the vertical pipe symbol. Use the vertical pipe to divide each variation of the desired style, such as oil painting or watercolor, into its own field. After you click Generate, the number of variations displayed will be determined by the number of variables you supply, multiplied by 1. As an illustration, 4 arguments times 4 equals 16 outcomes. Trying out different sampling techniques helps to transform your image from noise to recognized features. Now let's do it. Click on the Y-type drop-down menu and choose Sampler, then type the sampler techniques such as Euler A, followed by a comma to separate further sample names in the Y values text field. Think of conducting at least 3 types of tests. Also, to make things simple, enter 3 to 5 for the CFG scale X value to represent 3 different variations, then press the Generate key. Before we move further, if you are getting value, please subscribe and like this video because it will really help us grow. Also, be sure you have turned on the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Also, if you have an AI idea but are having trouble coming up with the ideal prompt to explain it, we'll choose the best prompt for you if you leave a comment below and we'll review the results in our next video. Now, you can try your prompts by using some of the suggestions below to ensure the best results. To begin, develop a clear, concise problem statement. A great Stable Diffusion prompt should begin with a clear, short problem explanation. The problem you want to model to address should be clearly stated in your prompt. Make it sufficiently clear so that the model may produce an appropriate and intelligent response. Also, while creating a prompt, it is advisable to use open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are an excellent method to spark creative thinking. They enable the generator to experiment with many options and come up with unique solutions. A prompt, for example, may direct the AI generator to create a work of art that shows one of the artist's deepest ideas and feelings. Finally, always put your prompts to the test. It is critical to test your prompts before using them to get responses. This will guarantee that they are concise and successful in getting the desired response. Now, as we earlier mentioned about testing such art prompts in Photo, we recommend trying these art prompts once we have edited them. So, how can we determine these prompts is the best? The solution is to insert the prompt into an AI image generator such as Photo and test it to see if it produces the desired image. Photo is a strong AI image generator that allows you to create AI art from text and images. Enter the text prompt to describe the image you want, such as the subject, media and style, and any other important data, and our AI image creator will understand your words and instantly transform them into images. After that, you may change the prompt based on the generated image till you have the desired visual effect. Your Stable Diffusion prompt will be the best at this stage. Following that, here are some step-by-step directions for testing such art prompts in Photo. To get started, click the Text Stable Diffusion Prompts button and input the AI image generator. Next, in the text bubble, write the prompt that has to be tested. Then click the Generate button, choose your chosen style, and adjust other settings like ratios, details, and light effects. Finally, you can keep changing the prompts based on the effect of the created image until you have the image you desire. What are the Stable Diffusion prompts keyword? To get decent results using the Stable Diffusion AI, you must improve your ideas. Your prompt's difficulty will have a direct impact on the artwork's level of detail and quality. The only way to improve your prompt is to include keywords like subject, media, style, and many more. Now, let's expatiate more about the keywords prompt of Stable Diffusion. Subject. The subject is what you wish to portray in the image. Not presenting the subject in sufficient detail is a frequent error. Our thoughts cannot be read by Stable Diffusion. We must be very clear about what we want. Using names of well-known people is a typical tactic. They'll mainly alter how the image is presented throughout. Medium or style. The substance used to create the artwork is known as the medium. Illustrations, paintings, 3D representations, Japanese anime, and photography are a few examples. Because a style can be drastically altered by a single term, mediums have an important effect. Artists. Modifiers like artist name are effective. They enable you to define a specific style using a certain artist as a guide. It's also usual to combine the styles of many artists by using their names. For instance, adding Van Gogh will ensure that the final image has a suitable style. Additional details. To transform the image, additional details are sweetness added. To add context to the image and enhance its detail and vividness, we can use adjectives like sci-fi and astonishingly gorgeous. Additionally, we can provide certain keywords to modify the image's color tone, lighting effects, etc. For Stable Diffusion, we have discussed various writing and prompt creation strategies as well as a potent AI image generator called Photo that you can use to test your art prompts. AI Stable Diffusion is also a tutorial channel to help you in this new artificial way to work, to stay connected with your natural intelligence and use it to scale up yourself. The engineering that processes machine learning needs to start from natural learning data. For this reason, AI Stable Diffusion will radically change our approach to natural intelligence. This channel will teach you how to enhance your natural learning and put it at the service of automatic learning to gain an ethical and professional advantage. Welcome to AI Stable Diffusion. Now, if you are getting value, please subscribe and like this video because it will really help us grow. Also, be sure you have turned on the notification bell to be notified when we upload new videos. Like we said before, if you have an AI idea but are having trouble coming up with the ideal prompt to explain it, we'll choose the best prompt for you if you leave a comment below, and we'll review the results in our next video. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.